Hi guys, how you doing? I've done a video on GHD curling before, but I've been asked a lot about it this week, so I thought that I would just do another quick little video and a little how-to on how to make those curls happen for you and the waves and stuff like that as well. So first things first, everybody keeps commenting about how their waves don't last. Well, it's all about how you prepare the hair. So you've got to put some product in there to make sure it holds. So what I like to do is first I always use a serum. So the serum stops the frizzies and keeps it looking smooth and under control. Don't get too carried away with it, you just want a little bit for smoothing. My favourite is the Deck Care drops from Technia, literally one pump, all over the hands and then distribute through the hair first. Then Mr. Fantastic blowout spray. Okay, I use quite a generous amount. If it's a spray, it's lighter, that means you can get a little bit more carried away. So I spray that all through the hair. Then we use the Heat Protect, which is the Icon welder. That stops those ends from looking dry and horrible and protects your hair from all of the heat styling. I then blow dry that in and section up my hair. Now the smaller the sections are, the tighter your curls are going to be. So if you want things to be quite casual and a little bit sort of relaxed and stuff, which I usually do, then I do 3 sections up the head. So I do 1, 2 and 3. And I take my sections around about 2 fingers wide when I put my irons in. So I pre-prepared all of this, so you know I'm not talking for too long on the video, but this is how we do it. Okay, so just going to turn Dolly around. So you take your section of hair, and as you can see that's about 2 fingers wide there. So if I just turn her around a wee bit, turn the camera so you can see what I'm up to. I use my comb to smooth out the section first. Make sure there's no knots, especially when it's as long as this is. And that's so it's nice and smooth. You definitely don't want to run the irons over anything that's too full on there. And when I'm doing it around the face, I want it to come into the face and then away. So I put the irons in and I smooth it, and then I turn it over at around about the cheekbone, and then I turn it all the way over and I'm holding onto that tail and I'm pulling it over, and then I'm holding onto the tail as it smooths through, and you can see that running through like that. And you can see that I'm not going too fast either. So that's because the hydrogen bonds need an opportunity to change so they can be curly for you. And then when you get to the end of it, you need to turn it over onto the same shape of the curl there, so you can see that that then follows root to tip like that. You can do it right from the roots if you want to, if you want more root lift. Generally I like a lazy drop, which is, you saw me going smooth there and then curly, but you can do it right from the roots if you want to, if you want more bounce. And just remembering, you know, if you are going to go out for the night and you want it to last a reasonable amount of time, do smaller sections and maybe give it more curl rather than less. So if you want to do it curly from the roots straight away, then you turn the iron immediately from the roots. Still flicking that hair right over the end like that, bringing it around and then holding the tail. Same thing, running down the hair, not too quick. All the way down to the end, be patient, and then turn it back on itself. I'll be back to show you the finished product in a second. So here we have Dolly after she's had everything done, and you can see that one side looks a lot more open and loose than the other side. Okay, so what I've done there is I've used a wide GHD on this side, and I've used the platinum on this side, so it gives you a different result. So now that we've got to that stage, I've gone through and I've given it a light hairspray everywhere, and I like to use Builder's Paradise because it's a working hairspray, so it's got good hold but flexibility, so nothing too full on, because I'm not a big fan of hairspray, believe it or not. And then I use a little bit more of my deep drops, like one pump all over my hands, and then I start dragging it through the hair. Okay, it does a couple of things. It loosens the hair up and brings it all together, because you don't want that separated feeling, because you know we're not 12 years old and have just learned how to use our curling tool. Okay, we want it to look like it was done easily and looks beautiful, and also to smooth those ends and things like that. And you know, for hairdressers, don't be afraid to make sure you brush your work out when you're in salon, because if it falls out, then you haven't given it enough and you've got an opportunity to do a bit more with it. If you want to emphasize that wave, so you see how I've done that there, I just hold it back, a little bit of a spray there, just let that dry, and that will hold it back out of the face as well, or you can have it a little bit more open and loose. So as you can see, this side here gives more of a wave, and that's because I've used the wider plate GHDs. You can achieve that yourself if you've got normal GHDs by just taking much wider sections. So maybe like 4 fingers wide would give you around about the same there, and this one here with the platinum. Absolutely amazing for smoothing the platinum. And there you have it, GHD waves. You guys have a great day.